So there are probably 20 different ways of recruiting real estate agents into the brokerage. And today, I'm not going to share with you the 20 different ways, but what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share with you the 3 ways of the way you can attract agents into your world, into your brokerage, versus chasing agents. So what I mean by chasing agents is I'm talking about the tired and old way of cold calling agents. Now, I'm not a cold calling hater. In fact, I built my real estate career by cold calling expireds, cancels for sale by owners. And when even I started my real estate brokerage, the first 6 or 7 or 8 months, that's exactly what I was doing, cold calling agents. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but most of the broker owners that I work with or have an experience with, they just do not prefer cold calling, right? Like a lot of agents out there, most of them don't want to be cold calling for a living. So I'm going to share with you guys the 3 ways that we attract agents into our brokerage. And these are the 3 marketing methods that we currently deploy for our clients that on average hire 4 to 5 agents per month. All right, so let's get started. So the first one that I want to talk to you guys about is probably the one that we hired over 200 agents in the past 4 years, and that's job boards. So the job boards can be Indeed, Career Builder, Monster.com, LinkedIn for Jobs. They're all classified as job boards. The one that we prefer and we've been using for quite some time, and we also work with our clients with, is Indeed. What I like about Indeed, guys, is it's the biggest job search engine in the world. If you think about it, there are millions and millions and millions probably go on Indeed, right, to search for jobs. Now, in this case, you're going to have real estate agents that are searching for brokerages and the opportunities within those brokerages as well. So the cool thing about Indeed is the fact that when the agent goes through Indeed process, consciously or subconsciously, they already made a decision that they're going to make a switch. So that's a big one. Why? Because the nurturing process, if you think about it, is very short. Right? From the moment they reach out to you, and typically it's going to be either an application or a resume dropped, right? To the time that you actually bring them on board, it's less than 30 days. And most of them are already motivated that they're going to make a switch. They're going to make a change in their brokerage. So if you're looking to bring on agents, right, quickly, without having that nurturing process of months, Indeed probably one of those vehicles that you want to deploy in your business. Now, the cons with Indeed is the fact that it's also going to attract people that are not licensed real estate agents, right? So the pro is the fact that they are ready. The con is the fact that they are not all of them, but I would say probably about 70 to 80% of them are not licensed, right? But here's the plan when it comes to the non-licensed individuals, right? Well, you're going to have people that are currently in school, right? So, okay, that means that there's a chance that about 40 to 50% of them will eventually get their real estate license, right? And when they get their license, if let's say you have them in your ecosystem and you have them in your CRM, and that CRM is set up to send out automations, teaching them or educating them on the benefits of joining your brokerage or your team, showing them your agent's experiences with your brokerage, right? Or just really staying on top of mind them, eventually there's a good chance that some of these licensed agents, new licensed agents, will be joining your brokerage. The second type of agents that you're going to be able to see are the ones that are not in school, right? And the ones that are not in school, you can monetize that as well. And the way we do it is we're affiliated with the online real estate school, and I think they're national. And basically what happens is our system will direct them to that online real estate school that we're affiliated with. And when they sign up for the real estate course, we're getting paid, I believe, about 10% off that course fee. So on average, you can make an additional $400 to $500 a month if you have a consistent flow of these applicants coming in, right, that are not licensed, not in real estate school, and you're just pointing them, or the system is pointing them to the online real estate school that you partners with or affiliate with, right? But the cool part about this setup right here is that you're going to have a consistent flow of applicants coming in, right? And for us, as a broker owners, what do we lack the most? Not having the way of consistently attracting agents into our brokerage. In fact, most of the broker owners that I talk to, they say, look, if there's a way I can meet with about 5 to 10 agents a month, and if I can just select 1 or 2 or 3 that I feel like are going to be the right fit for my organization, I'm happy. I can continue to grow my business. Well, the problem is most of the brokerage owners don't have that opportunity. They usually maybe meet with 1 or 2 agents a month, if that. And if even those agents are not the ideal fit, they still go with that agent just because the fact that they lost another agent or 2 in the last month or 2. So that's settling. We don't want to be settling. We want to be constantly bringing in those agents into our world and then picking the ones that you feel like are going to be the best fit for your organization. The second lead source that we use is social media. Now, the social media can be broad, right? Social media, I mean, you got YouTube, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have TikTok, you have X, right? Former Twitter. The 2 primary channels that we use is Facebook and Instagram, okay? Now, with social media, we're really trying to address 2 things. First and foremost, obviously, we want to continue to promote and build our brand, okay? Because without the brand, if you really think about it, it's really difficult to convert some of these audience, right, these agents, to ultimately raise their hand and say, you know what, I want to learn more about your business, your brokerage, what you guys are offering, you know, what does it look like to actually work for you, right? So brand accomplishes very important thing. It educates your audience, that's number 1. Number 2, it then nurtures those audience, and eventually it converts them to join your organization. Now, it's a long-term process, so it's a long-term goal. In the meantime, when it comes to the social media, we want to get those opt-ins as quickly as possible. The hand raisers, we call them, right? So how do we do that? Well, we do that in the form of offers, right? Offers means the lead magnets. Now, offer can be something that is unique to your brokerage or to your team. It can be something that you're offering or presenting in terms of the value proposition that maybe separates you or differentiates you from other brokerages in town, right? Offer can be in a form of a lead magnet. What's a lead magnet? A lead magnet is something that agent finds it interesting. They want to check it out. They want to click on it. And typically, in order for them to get their hands on it, they usually have to opt in. And the opt-in will ask them questions such as, hey, are you a licensed real estate agent, yes or no? How long have you been in business? How many homes have you sold in the past year? How many homes are you on pace to sell this year? And what is the biggest challenge or the biggest constraint that you're currently facing in your business, right? You collect all that information as data points. And now when you follow up with that agent, you can lean on those factors, if you will, or those data points to see if you can provide them with the solution, okay? So the lead magnets, you may be asking what that can be. For instance, we have a book that is a lead magnet, okay? We have several different guides. One of them says how to make 100K in 100 days as an agent. That works very well. We have listing mastery course, right, that they can get their hands on. It's for free. In exchange for that access, we're asking them for some information, including the name, the phone number, the email address, right? But the lead magnet can be anything that you feel like is going to help you to stand out, right? Or help you to differentiate yourself from the competition. It also has to resonate with the type of an agent that you're looking to attract in the first place. So for instance, if you're looking strictly to attract brand new agents, for example, well, you got to have a lead magnet there that really talks about or talk to the brand new agent. If you want to have a more experienced agent or more, let's say, producing agent, clearly something along the lines of 100K in 100 days or a listing mastery is the way to go. But one of the key things to remember, especially with social media piece of it, is the fact that you got to know your audience. So depending on type of an agent that you're looking to attract, okay, you got to create these offers in the form of lead magnets. They can go out there and be in front of those agents on a consistent basis. Again, we're trying to achieve 2 things. Number 1, continue to build our brand. Our brand is number one currency, right? And most of the broker owners out there, unfortunately, okay, they're running closet organizations. Most of the agents in their communities don't know they exist. And then on top of that, most of them don't even know they're actually looking to recruit. They're actually looking to partner up with other agents in their market, okay? So branding and marketing is super, super important, okay? Now, you may be asking, Alan, what is the difference between marketing and branding? That's a great question. Marketing is something where you lead with some sort of a value proposition with the call to action attached, okay? So it can be learn something about this, click on that, there's call to action attached, and there's some sort of an opt-in on the back end of it. That's marketing, all right? Whereas branding, as I mentioned to you early on, branding is all about leading with so much highest form of value, right? And you're educating them. You're not asking anything in return. You're not pitching them. You're not telling them or asking them to join. None of that stuff. And the way the branding works, as I shared with you earlier on, it's all about educating the agents. It's all about nurturing those agents and eventually helping you to convert those agents to join your company. All right, my peeps. So we covered job boards, primarily Indeed as one of the recruiting methods that we use. The second one we covered is the social media piece of it, which is so important nowadays. I want to talk to you about the third recruiting channel that we've been using for the last couple of years, especially after the lift of all the restrictions, pandemic restrictions, right? And that's holding classes or workshops, masterminds, just events in general. And I love events. It's actually probably one of my favorite ways of getting in front of agents. With events, especially in-person events, right? Face-to-face, nothing against Zoom or online, but it's just a completely different touch and feel when you're actually meeting agents in person, right? Face-to-face, physically in the room. What I love about the events is the fact that, again, we are leading with the highest form of value, right? We are teaching the agents on a topic that if they use and deploy in their business, will help their business grow. For instance, a couple of days ago, we held one of our events here in Scottsdale. It was called Listing Mastery. And we had about 90 people that RSVP'd to that event. Out of 90 agents, 66 agents showed up. And they were there for 2 hours learning about how to really build their listing business, okay? After 2 hours, we had 4 agents that approached us right there on the spot and said, hey, I would like to learn more about your brokerage, what you guys are offering. Can we set up a time to meet? So we set those 4 appointments right there on the spot. In addition to those 4, we have 6 other ones that are scheduled to meet with us next week. Now, again, we haven't really recruited them. We didn't say we are looking to recruit, but because we were part of that environment and because we led with so much value and they really, really enjoyed the experience of the entire event, they're the ones who raised their hand. And that's how the law of reciprocity works, if you think about it. So events is not something that we have invented. Events, classrooms, workshops, masterminds been around for quite some time. Where I think we do a better job of than most of the companies out there is the fact that we market those events. We let everybody in our agent community know that first and foremost, this is cannot miss event, right? We're consistently marketing this on social media, in the inbox. We have our agents reaching out to the agents that they've done cross deals with and inviting to that event. Our director of growth, Casey, a recruiter, is reaching out to the agents, letting them know about this event, right? So we're constantly promoting and marketing that event for about 3 to 4 weeks. The results, 90 RSVPs, 66 showed up, 2/3 of those agents not a part of my brokerage, and we have 4 hires. These are 4 LOIs that are already signed, and we have 6 people scheduled for next week, and probably more in the coming weeks to come. So it's a great way of, again, leading with value, meeting with the agents, and having those agents just reach out to you and want to have a conversation with you. Hey, if you guys want to get your hands on our entire event planning blueprint, our entire roadmap on how we select the topics, how we create these landing pages, the whole RSVP funnel on the back end, as well as the follow-up sequences, making sure that they actually remember and show up to these events. There's a link on the bottom of this video that you can click and get your hands on that particular file, guys. It's gonna really help you to maximize on your events and get more people in the door. And I think another thing we're gonna include there is to show you exactly how we do them in a way that are expense neutral for us, where we don't spend any money out of pocket. We have our partners and our vendors, right, that are contribute to those events and make them really, really awesome and really great. So watch out for that link on the bottom of this page with some additional information on it, okay? But ultimately, here's what we want, right? So with events, with job boards, and social media, and this is important, if you do them all at the same time, in concert, if you will, here's what you're trying to achieve. You are trying to achieve the omnipresence. And here's what that means. It means that no matter where the agent is turning, they're seeing your company name. They're seeing your agents. They're seeing what you're doing for the agents and what your value proposition is. That's how we attract agents versus chasing agents. Again, full disclaimer, I'm not saying chasing doesn't work, right? If that's what you enjoy doing and you're seeing great results, that's fine. But in addition to this right here, in addition to the cold outreach, you want to have the attraction models, the attraction marketing models in place that will give you the ability to consistently talk to the agents, meet with the agents, figure out what's working in their business, what's not working in their business, and then ultimately present them with the offer or the value proposition that you feel like is going to resonate with them, and you bring them on board. It's the same concept, it's the same logic that busy agents or top producing agents use when it comes to closing transactions, right? In order for them to consistently close transactions, they have to have a consistent flow of buyer leads and seller leads coming in. Same concept here, guys. We want to create a funnel where we're consistently generating agent leads or agent opportunities that we can get in front of, have a conversation with, and ultimately partner up with. So I hope you enjoy this video right here, guys. If you like it, hit thumbs up, subscribe. For the resources, check out the copy below for more information, and I'll see you next time. Take care.